Hello, handsome. Hey, gorgeous. So, I'm coming to you all a little tardy tonight, but I am here to do my nugget of knowledge on this lovely Sunday evening. I am standing in my kitchen. I feel my throat being a little scratchy, so I'm trying to get ahead of my allergies and mix me up some tea. So, excuse me for being in my kitchen tonight. However, I owe you all this video and I'm going to give it to you every chance I get. So, as a recap, last week and for the past couple of weeks, we have been discussing fine motor skills. I believe last week I did discuss with you about the ring stacker. The ring stacker, it does have, the top from if it's the biggest one all the way to the smallest one. The goal is not to focus on which one goes on first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. The goal is to get them to pick it up with these two pointers to be able to pick the object up and place it on the stacker, either picking it up this way or with these two fingers, because again, with fine motor skills, this is the most important part of the hand. You want to use different things to roll things in between. I'm going to use my salt container since I'm standing here. Roll it like this in between your hands, and that helps them develop this part of their hands down here to be able to write, since we were discussing fine motor skills. So for tonight, I am taking a brief turn because earlier in the week, and I've been keeping it in the back of my mind, earlier in the week I had someone ask me, well, if Justice's father is involved in his life, why do you call yourself a single parent? And they say, they told me that their opinion was, if a parent is involved in the child's life, if both parents are involved in the child's life, then you don't necessarily consider you, they don't consider themselves a single parent. And this is what I said. So let me just digress a little bit. I do these videos in particular because I am the sole provider, the custodial parent for my son. I do everything, the majority of the things, not even the majority, I do everything for my son. It does not mean I feel no type of way about my son's father. It does not mean that I regret being pregnant or even having my son. It just means that things did not happen the way that I thought things were going to happen. So therefore, you have to stop the tears, you have to stop the complaining, you have to get up and continue on with your life. Time waits on no one. Time is of the essence, and whether you want them to or not, these children are going to grow up. So therefore, you have to do your due diligence as a parent and do what you have to do. So I consider myself a single parent because, as I mentioned, everything that Justice needs, everything that Justice wants, it is given to him by me. The Lord blesses me to wake up every day and be able to get up and go to my job, to be able to be a provider for my son, and that is exactly what I am doing. So I say I'm a single parent because it just didn't work out the way that I thought it was going to work out. Whether he and I like each other still, whether he and I fight each other still, whether he sees his child once out of the week, twice out of the week, once a month, twice a month, that's on him and between the God he serves. I know where my son's help comes from. God knows where my son's help comes from. Even his father knows where his help comes from. So I said that to say this. You can be in a full 10-year relationship with some person and y'all have 2 and 3 children together, and you can still be a single parent. How can you still be a single parent, Charlize, if both of the parents are in the same household? Anything, anybody, any object, noun, person, place, or thing that keeps you away from your child, that distracts you from doing what you need to do as a parent, leaves more work for the opposite parent. There are people who have been married 39,000 years, and only one parent can say that they have done the majority part of the raising or the work for their children. And you can go back and you ask the child, or where was your dad at when you were at all those baseball games and everything? I only saw your mom. Dad was at work. Just because you think you're working, you're providing, you're putting a roof over their head, you're putting clothes on their back, you're putting food on the table, all of those things are necessities, and let's not get it twisted. You need all of those things to raise a child, for a child to be healthy, for a child to have everything they need. Let's make that perfectly clear. However, that's not it. Parenting doesn't stop once the bill got paid. Parenting starts, ends, begins with a good morning, good evening. How was your day at school today? Hey, beautiful. Hey, handsome. You so cute. Hey, stink. Ugh, he poops. My baby don't feel good. We need to go to the ER. The doctor said he have COVID. We have to quarantine for 14 days. Parenting happens with all of those different things. Just because you at work, that don't make you a better parent than the other. Just because you providing don't make you a better parent than the other, whether you all are together in the same household or not. So I don't know who needs to hear this. I'm getting the text messages. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know who needs to hear this, but just because you are providing and you say that you're doing for your child, you paying your child support X, Y, and Z, and all of this stuff, that's great. Congratulations. You're doing the bare minimum for your child. There's more to that. You have to spend time. Feed them, bathe them, help them feel emotionally stable, give them something to look forward to, spend time with them in the home. Don't just sit them in front of the TV. Don't just send them outside to go play with their friends and get into mischief. Don't do that. Spend time with your child. Get to know your child. You wouldn't believe how many children are in two-parent households and the parents don't know nothing about their kids. We have to do better, America. We have to do better as parents. Like, if you're a single parent, I'm making these videos to help people like you and I, because there's not, I don't care how many books that people put out there. I don't care how many classes you take. I don't care how many doctors you see. There is no thing to prepare you for parenthood. There's nothing that can put it out there and say, okay, day one, you come home from the hospital, you got to do X, Y, and Z. There is no rules in this thing. It's either you're going to do it or you're not. I consider myself a single parent because life took over, events happened, and this is what it is. I encourage you all to spend time with your children. Get to know your babies. Let them know that you love them. I'm a mother first over anything. My job knows. I love my job. I love my staff. I love the people I train. I love my parents. I love those other children. But when justice needs something, I'm a mother first. Keep being you wonderful parents. Keep being who you are. Keep protecting your children. Keep doing what you need to do for your children. But make sure while you out here grinding and you doing what you have to do for your child, that you are actually spending time with your child as well. Because they need more than a roof. They need more than lunch money. They need more than diapers. I love you all. Stay blessed.